It's time for Wisconsin race fans to gather round. Welcome to the Racing RoundUp Show. Thanks for joining us for our 41st consecutive season. We are your destination for news and interviews from NASCAR, the Upper Midwest, and within the Wisconsin racing scene. The Racing RoundUp Show is America's longest-running weekly motorsports show held in front of a live audience. You still have time to join the racing crowd for tonight's show. And now, here is the host of the Racing RoundUp Show, Jim Trado.
Hey gang, how are you? Glad to see you on this Tuesday night. We're back at Polly's Pub and Eatery. Glad to see the racing crowd is here in force tonight. Good to see a lot of folks here that we haven't seen in a while, and glad to be back at Polly's after our Benson Valley Roadshow tour through July. We're back here for the next couple of weeks and looking forward to seeing you. Join us on a Tuesday night. We're hanging out with you for the next 90 minutes or so, talking all things motors. July 17th. It's our 15th show of the year already, I think it is, and our 41st season. Coming to you live from Polly's Pub and Eatery in West Allis. We have some awesome guests lined up tonight. We have race tickets to give away, including to the race that's in Rich Bickle's honor this Saturday. The Barnyard to Brickyard 150, Twin 75 super late model races at Jefferson Speedway. We'll talk to Terry Tucker about the big race coming up. That also includes the Orange Blossom 61 lap race for the Midwest Truck Series. That's exciting. We'll talk to you about that, and you can maybe go win some tickets after the show. If you play your cards right, come on down and join us here at Polly's Pub and Eatery. Rich is in the house. We'll talk about the race named in his honor. We've got some special cards as well we'll give away that are only a part of the event itself on Saturday. Rich sent us a few copies of that, so we're going to show you those cards and hope you have a chance to win some of those here tonight or get some home. Mid-Am Racing winner, Scotty Gardner, 2024 champ, is here. He's hanging out with us tonight for the first time. Good to see Scotty Gardner Jr. with us. A Slinger late model point leader, Jaden Johnson, is here with his family. That's great to see Jaden here. Yeah, that's part of the family. Get it? Yeah, it's kind of cool. We also are looking forward to talking to Jake Tim, who races in the World of Outlaws. It's his first year racing as a rookie driver in the World of Outlaw Late Model Series. They're coming to Wilmot Raceway on Monday night, July 28th. We'll talk to that driver who's racing for Rookie of the Honors this year out of Winona, Minnesota. We'll talk to him via live video. That's a lot to talk about, including the World of Short Track Racing with Dean Strom and the Bonafide Security Solutions Short Track Report. And I've got some inside news on the Interstate Batteries of Southeast Wisconsin NASCAR report coming up. That's all on the way as well. So we got NASCAR news, we got local news, we got results, we got race cars to talk about and talk to, race drivers on the way. Rich Bickle and Terry Tucker are our first guests. We'll take a timeout and come right back. Please support these sponsors that you see in here on our show. We'll be right back to Polly's.
Thanks for tuning in to the Racing RoundUp Show. Check out our website, racingroundupshow.com, and like our show on Facebook. Join us on Twitter and Instagram at Racing RoundUp. We're coming right back after these messages from our awesome show sponsors.
Automatic Transmission Design is located in Germantown, Wisconsin. They've been hard at work the last 15 years in perfecting the best performance racing transmissions and converters. The folks at ATD have made it possible to offer the best quality and most affordably priced winning components for off-road, drag racing, truck pulling, and circle track applications. ATD may not be the biggest or most famous company in the marketplace, but they have the will and put in that extra effort to provide you with the best products available. ATD's certified technicians go through a comprehensive quality checklist on every transmission and converter they build. Then it's tested on their in-house dyno. Only then is the product ready for shipment to the customer. ATD takes these steps to provide you with the best quality products every time. They are 100% guaranteed. Their no returns policy makes sure it's right the first time. The next time you need a performance transmission or converter, give Charlie a call at 262-251-7777 or visit autotransdesign.com.
Angler's Bar and Grill and Campground is your destination for relaxation and fun. There's a full-service bar and restaurant with 54 campsites with full hookups, all less than a mile from the beautiful Wolf River. It's where the locals go in Fremont, Wisconsin. It's also home to the Midwest Mower Racing Club. All roads lead to Angler's Bar and Grill and Campground in Fremont, Wisconsin. Visit their Facebook page for live entertainment and lawnmower racing schedules. Angler's Bar and Grill and Campground.
Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable. Life is full of questions. Is the presentation ready for work tomorrow? Why is there so much traffic at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday? Are your in-laws visiting this weekend or next? You've got plenty of things to worry about. Whether your car will start shouldn't be one of them. With an outrageously dependable battery under your hood, you can cross one of those questions off your list, which gives you time to answer more things like,
Are we there yet?
Interstate Batteries, delivering the most trustworthy source of power to the world since 1952.
Jiffy Lube has locations across Wisconsin to serve you. Visit jiffylube.com to locate your store and to find the latest coupons and promotional offers. You're greeted by a friendly and knowledgeable staff. Grab a water or coffee and know you and your vehicle are in good hands. Windshield wipers, new tires, and alignments are a few of the many services offered. Jiffy Lube proudly features Pennzoil. There's a whole lot more than no appointment drive-up oil changes at Jiffy Lube. Welcome to personalized car care. Wisconsin race fans, find your store at jiffylube.com.
Like our show on Facebook and share our content with other race fans. We hope to see you at one of our upcoming shows too. Join racers, other race fans, and win prizes. Now let's get back to more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Welcome back to our program. I'm Jim Trado. Glad to have you with us on this Tuesday evening. Jeff Wessel and our friends at Hef Racing Products. We expected some big news. It's still coming. We got big news to share with you next Tuesday on our show. So if you're here to hang out with Jeff and sign autographs, well, Jeff's here signing autographs. Maybe signing the front of checks, back of checks, I don't know. But Jeff and Troy are here from Hefner Racing Products, and they've got some great things cooking. We'll tell you more about that in detail next Tuesday on our show. Hey, this portion of our program is brought to you by the Rapino Group, Coldwell Banker Home Sale Realty. List or sell or buy your home or commercial real estate with confidence and knowledge put to work. Hire a realtor that has the knowledge and expertise to get your deal done. Not all realtors are the same. Knowledge is power. Hire knowledge, choose Coldwell Banker Home Sale Realty, and sell your house with the Rapino Group. Visit rapinagroup.com. It's about time of the year where we're like, okay, what are the cool races coming up? Well, we had some cool races already recently. There's another one coming up this Saturday. It's called the Barnyard to Brickyard 150 and Orange Blossom 61. It happens in the same night only at Wisconsin's Action Track, Jefferson Speedway. Joining us now is the man who wrote a book, Barnyard to Brickyard, the Rich Bickle story, Rich Bickle, and Terry Tucker from Jefferson Speedway. Guys, thanks for coming on the show. Welcome.
Great to be here.
Rich, you're going to be signing autographs. I mentioned that earlier, not just because Jeff's here, but you're going to be signing them for real, for fans, at the front gate on Saturday. But I think we have to go to the man to your left and say, Terry, this is a great idea. You honored Jerry Eckhart. Now you're honoring Rich Bickle this year with a really cool race. Twin 75s and Super Lights don't race at your track often. It's going to be a special night this Saturday.
Well, it was one of those things where I think I had a couple of Miller Lights and we decided to get a little crazy.
Who got the crazy idea first, you or Rich?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it was either one of my friends, not necessarily Rich. Okay?
All right. Well, considering I learned this, you can learn all of that as well by watching and following what Rich has done. By over the years, we've seen Rich race in Daytona 500. We've seen Rich win the Snowball Derby 5 times. I've seen him win 3 of his 4 Slinger Nationals. I don't think I was there for the first one. All that said, it all began somewhere. Rich, where did you have your first ever race?
Jefferson Speedway, 1977.
In this car right here on top of this picture. That was the Barnyard messaging. Why was it called the Barnyard to Brickyard book?
Well, Augie Picaro took off on his wife and 3 sons to Colorado with another woman, and me and his oldest son went up to the barn and stole his car to the barn. And we come down to the front driveway and the yard and painted it like my dad's race car, yellow number 5. And I never forget, I drove it up around the corner to Pete's Side Shop and welded the battery box in. And we went to Jefferson, and I was 15. I grew up at the racetrack. Nobody didn't know I have a driver's license. I signed in, and they let me race. And I didn't know there was a picture of this car even out there because it only probably made 6 laps of practice, 2 laps qualifying. I led the first 6 laps of the heat race. And Denny Bant Jr., which Denny Bant raced my dad for a lot of years, got loose underneath me Alpha 2, hit me in the door off the back straightaway I went. And it broke the roll cage off, ripped the transmission out of it. You could actually change the rear tires standing up without even hardly bending over.
So you nosed her into something deep.
Yeah, way before there was a wall there. The cornfield.
Another great reason, Terry, to have this honor in Rich's name and getting everybody together and having some fun with Rich and all the stories of his dad and your dad and racing at Jefferson Speedway.
Well, my dad raced against his dad for a number of years. And frankly, his dad won most of those battles. That's the way it was. But our families go back a long, long way. I mean, we're talking 1959, 60 is when my dad first started recognizing Rich Bickle Sr. And my dad's career came to an end in 64, about the time that Rich Bickle Sr. was really catching wind and winning a lot of races. So, and then my first recollection of Rich Bickle Jr. was 1972 when he would sit by the entrance to the pits, between the pits and the grandstand. And I remember he was making disparaging remarks about other race car drivers as they went through the gate.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I'm not exactly sure what happened the week before, but there was this guy that was a Rockford racer that had gotten into something with his dad, and we had to cut down on the 4-letter words. So.
Right? Well, not
I was 11.
Yeah, not too many 6'11" olds hanging out by the pit shack, right?
Well, they wouldn't let me in. hell, there would have been a lot more fighting going on if they let me in.
Hey, there's another picture. This card, by the way, there's a few here. These will be awarded to whoever shows up on Saturday and asks for his autograph starting at 4:30 at Jefferson Speedway. But it's two-sided. Boom. I want to go to this Torino. This was a Pontiac Le Mans that lasted all of, 2 hours once you raced it. This is a Ford Torino with a shoe polish number 45 on the door. Tell us about this ride that's on this special collector card.
Well, this is 79, and we went to Wyacina Junkyard and got the car for $300, and it was a metallic brown, and we didn't have time to get it painted before we get it done to go to the racetrack. And I tell people, I said, I think this is the first race that Phil Hammer, being my crew chief, went with me, and he wanted to go to the Dells and watch Joe Ruttman run that 4-door Maverick with my dad. My dad goes, no, please go to Jefferson with my kid. And he goes, well, what do I do? He goes, if the car's loose, you screw in the left rear. If it's tight, you screw the left rear. Now, just got to think about this. He didn't know nothing about a race car, and 25 years later, he was Jeff Gordon's car chief for 3 Winston Cup championships.
Yeah.
So it's hard to imagine that a guy didn't know nothing about a race car ended up being my crew chief, and we dominated 89, 90, and all that, and in the early 90s down south. But that car ran that year, and we decided to build a Rockford Rules car, and we cut it half apart, and then got halfway through and said, it's easier to build a car from scratch, and built a Nova for the next year, and that car basically got taken out to Morris's junkyard and thrown it away.
And there's stories like this to be told, Terry. You've got some to tell, I'm sure, as well. When it comes to getting special races like this, you know the feel and the occasion of what this is going to be on Saturday. A lot of fans may be coming saying, I knew Rich when, or I saw him race at the Brickyard 400, or I saw him when he ran and beat my favorite driver at Slinger Speedway. Those kind of things come to mind. But you're also probably going to see some pretty cool nostalgic clothing, I'm guessing. That's kind of cool where you get to go to these races and see, back in the day, the Miller American number 45 was a pretty bad Rapco brakes on the car, on the quarter panel. Rich was really fast in that car.
Well, that was 89.
See, there you go. That kind of stuff.
87 was the Miller, red and white Miller car. And then my ugliest car in history is the 88 Gold car. I hated that car.
Did you ever race a super late at Jefferson Speedway?
Not in the beginning.
All right.
No.
Okay. All right.
No, we ran that Pontiac there, and then the guy that owned Newville Junkyard, or gas station, the Marathon station, the guy who worked for him quit, and I ended up driving his Pontiac there a few races, and then we built the Torino for the next year.
All right. Terry, this Saturday, lots going on. The Midwest Truck Series, the Orange Blossom 61. I hope there's a Jerry Eckhart sighting and all that.
Well, I don't know exactly how to tell you this, but we've discussed this with the Midwest Trucks people, and the race is going to be a 50-lap race.
Okay.
We're saving the 61-lap stuff for the Eckert race.
Okay. Yep.
But I will say this: I'm very happy with the response that we've gotten from the super late model crowd. We're really happy to have guys like Ty Majeski, Casey Johnson, Jordan DeVoy, Ryan Farrell, Jevin Goralski, and Jacob Nottestad are all bringing their cars, and they're going to take on some of the homeboys, the home guard, if you want.
Yeah.
It's like guys like Jason Erickson and Dale Nottestad. They've got super lates in Sean Shield. They've got super lates in their garage, and they're bringing them out, and they think they're going to have a shot at it. So,
well, they race there a bunch on every Saturday night, so it's going to be a matter of it will be a wonderful battle. And this guy named Casey Johnson, if you ever heard from him or heard about him, he's pretty good. He's back at it. He's back winning races, and he really enjoys running and winning championship like the wear your shirt there is Wisconsin State championships quite often.
And he's from Edgerton.
Yes, he is.
Yep. And
So
and the other guy, Ty Majeski, won a handful of Midwest Tour races there in 5 years ago, and he's coming back. We got Jesse Bernhagen. We've got 30 cars approximately entered, and I think they're all damn decent.
Good.
I really mean that.
That's great.
Well, it's just an honor. It's a privilege to. I feel like I should be racing, but I think it's more about the fans being able to do this. I'm bringing out my hot rod that a guy did a drawing, and it's a yellow number 529 Ford Roadster pickup truck.
So this is a drawing you came across and said, that's cool. It was yellow. It had a number 5.
And
But there was nothing more to it. What'd you do with it, that drawing?
I built a complete carbon scratch. I found a truck body, and I took the roof off it, built the bed and built the hood, built the frame, built the whole car to match the drawing. And I built it, I think, in 2014, and I drove around the block once. I drove it to one car show, and it's been sitting ever since. But it's called a Brickyard Hauler. So the guy that drew the drawing, his name and phone number on it. And I called him up, and I said, I kind of called him a few expletives.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Sir, what's wrong with you?" I go, "Now I have to build this car." and he at first he didn't know what to think of it, but I wrote him pretty hard. But
So it was a drawing of a hot rod, yellow number 5, and it was already named a Brickyard Hauler.
well,
You came across.
It comes,
Did you buy the print, or you just took a picture of it? What'd you do?
I had the print,
Yep.
and then blew it up, and then kind of give me more, the look of it. But it's pretty badass.
And you built it from nothing.
Yeah.
And it's in your shop now. It's going to be at Jefferson Speedway this Saturday.
I think I'm gonna be the pace car, or at least the flag carrier for the national anthem.
All right. So are we going to be near Columbus or maybe near Cambridge to hear the car before we see it? Because you have to get some air out of it. Get some lead through the pipes, kind of thing.
Well, it's got a flathead in it my dad built, but it's pretty hopped up. It sounds pretty good.
When's the last time you fired it up?
Me and Darcy fired it up a couple days ago in the shop. It's been sent for Jesus.
That's what I'm asking. I don't want you to be like out in the middle of the racetrack when they're trying to pace the field and it just says no thanks.
I'm gonna load it on a trailer and wash it, and it's ready to go.
All right. I'm sure it'll be spit shined.
I want to put her to work.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying though, the car itself is going to be really cool to see.
Yeah. Well, it's if people look at the drawing and look at the car, and they were going to go, "Oh my God!" There was another guy built one, but he put a 32 Ford Girl shell in it and put fancy interior in it and did all this, and it was actually on the cover of Hot Rod magazine a few years ago, but it doesn't look like the drawing is. It doesn't look right to me. Because, he made it more for the street and stuff like that, which mine is too. But I put a little aluminum seat like a race car seat and, race car belts, and it's a one-seater. And it's more, because to me it's an actual race car than a hot rod.
So will you show this at car shows, or is this a really special occasion to bring it out to the Barnyard or Brickyard night this coming Saturday at Jefferson?
Well, it hasn't been out of the garage in 10 years. I drove to one car show back at Albion back in 2014 16 when I built it, finished it. So I don't go to many shows. I just like build stuff and then it sits.
Or you sell it maybe, right?
Everything's for sale.
Okay. See, there you go.
Everything's
there
for
you go. We're getting to the bottom of it. You can see this car on Saturday. Terry Tucker, gates open at noon, practice at 1. Giving these guys some super late time at the track.
Yeah, all I know for sure is we're going to start qualifying at 4 and we're going to start racing at 7, and we're going to get the people in the pits as soon as we can and give them as much practice as they can get.
Okay.
I want to say I really appreciate the support I got from American Racer. They helped me provide practice tires for most of the entrants. That's a really nice thing.
Yep.
We cut the cost of the show in half tire-wise that way.
Great.
It's a really good thing. I'm really happy to say that they've done well for us.
And Terry, when it comes to the racetrack itself, we're good to go. We're racing every Saturday. We've got some great points battles going on. Everything's all good there?
We have a really strong field of cars in our late model sportsman, hobby stock, international class. We have legends and bandoleros come in about every second or third week. We're proud to say that we average somewhere over 110 cars in 5 divisions most weeks. Quality of the racing has been awesome. A lot of side-by-side, good competition. And I'm really impressed with the tenacity and I guess respect that the people at Jefferson show when they race. There's a lot of cars that come back in one piece where sometimes other tracks they wouldn't be quite so fortunate.
And you got some really good competition. We're talking about not only just good racing, but there's a lot of good quality cars that if you make it in the feature, you did something on a given Saturday night.
I'm proud to say that I think that on any given Saturday night, there's 12 cars in the late model feature or late model field that could win the feature, and that's pretty good. There's a lot of good stuff, and it's strong all the way through the field. Sportsman class has been awesome. Hobby stocks, I have never seen people able to drive 3 wide for lap upon lap and not cause total mayhem, but they do it. So we're doing okay.
Yeah, I'd say. When it comes to this Saturday, we talked about the Midwest Truck Series. We talked about bringing in super late models for the first time in twin 75s. Are there other divisions racing this Saturday as well?
We also have a Legends division. It's a regional qualifier, so we're expecting about 25 to 30 of them.
Okay.
It's a lot of racing, a lot of good racing. It's a no BS zone Saturday.
Yep.
I mean that.
Yep.
Okay.
Go racing. You could BS with Rich, though. He'll be hanging out the front gate starting at 4:30. You know this, right? 4:30, you're signing autographs.
Yeah, I think on top of the hill in turn 1.
All right. So come on out. Bring a cold beverage for yourself. Rich prefers Miller Lite. I know that. Not saying he's going to have a fresh one all the time, but you never know. If it's empty, or if his hands are empty, you might want to fill them up. It's going to be fun to hang out with you and the fans for a change, right? I mean, when you go to the track, you want to race. You want to find something to do. I've seen you in the stands at some races, but this will be a special night that's kind of your night. Have you had something like this before, Rich?
No, I have not. It's always been me doing the solder race, the shear race, the Degens race, things like that. So that's all memorial stuff. So I'm kind of glad they're doing this for me while I'm still around.
Yeah.
Well, that was part of the idea of the Orange Blossom Special. Why do we always wait until somebody's gone to give them the credit they deserve? So I'm proud to be part of this, and I'm glad you were willing to give me a chance to prove I can do it.
Well, it's just crazy to think it's 49 years ago.
Wow.
Where'd it go? I tell people, I said, it took forever to get from kindergarten to 12th grade, but once you get out of school, boy, it goes fast.
Especially if you have to take grades over again. I'm not saying I did that, but I probably should have. When it comes to this special card, it's made up. There's only a certain number of these that will be available at the racetrack. So if you want something to, like Rich brought some autographed Aqua Velva cars for us to give away tonight. Thank you, Rich. They're already signed on the windshield. Bring your Rich Bickle stuff, because I'm sure you'll be hanging out and talking to a bunch of people and signing some of these and handing them out as well.
Yeah, we got 2,000 postcards, and I bought more books. I got probably 200 books to sell.
You have any books with you tonight?
I do if people want books.
All right.
Just let me know. I left them in the truck, but it's like anything else.
Terry wants 2.
It's just you look back at it and it's like, how did this go from this to that in 17 years? And the story about the Brickyard
and
thing,
this is the Brickyard 400 car that he made the show with, of 68 cars in the field, I think it was. Close to 70?
86.
86? I'd had the numbers wrong. Yeah.
I'll never forget, we got a really crappy draw and we got the heat of the day, and I knew I made a really good lap, but I didn't wear my headset, and I didn't want to hear nothing. I didn't want to hear nobody talking when I was qualifying. And I knew I made a good lap, and never forget pulling down pits and pulling gasoline alley, had the window net down. My mom jumped up on the door, hanging on the roof rail, screaming. So I knew we made the show.
Thanks, Ma.
But we qualified 19th, and so the inaugural Brickyard 400, everybody's on the bricks taking an inaugural picture. I usually don't take front row too often.
Yeah.
But that day I did. I got up front, and I was pretty proud. So
yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, 17-year span to that, and in between there you raced how many different racetracks?
Well, it's
even
like
after this Brickyard 400, you were still racing at tracks you had not been to.
All the stuff that I raced, I counted Jefferson as 2. Like Concord was 2. Homestead was 3 different configurations, but 226. There's not 226 racetracks in the country anymore.
No.
But
right.
people, you look at that, and I really didn't even know it. And Zimmy's the one that started doing the countdown. And we got talking about it, and there was probably right around 200, but a lot of places did 2 different configurations. So.
Yep.
But we raced everywhere and anywhere. Going to Calgary in '87, I think I got there and had $50 in my pocket, and to get home, and this guy come out of the stands and sponsored me, and he said, how much? I go, you tell me. He gave me a check for $1,500.
Wow.
So as Ted Musgrave, Butch Miller, and myself were going to win the race, And I knew that we had to finish third to get home because they paid $15,000, $10,000, and $5,000.
Gotcha.
Well, everybody was running hard. I saved my stuff, and at lap 460 something, rain came over the mountain and rained. And we didn't even have alternators back there, and I didn't even know how the battery lasted 460 laps. But anyway, we got the race and got the check and go up to get the check, and the guy goes, "We're going to mail it to you." Huh. I go, "Well, you don't understand. I got like $50 to get home. We're in Calgary, Canada." And he goes, "No, we're going to mail it to you." I go, "No, you don't understand." He goes, "No, you don't understand." So we actually had to stay over that night, which was hard to imagine. We had a party with this guy at this guy's house. We didn't have room we didn't have a motel. We stayed at his house, and we had to wait for his bank to open the next day to cash a check for $1,500 to get home.
Wow.
And about 2 weeks later, the check didn't show up. And I told the guy, I said, "You got about 2 more days, so I'm a pretty good shot."
Head back to Calgary.
And I said, I'm going to get you. And he goes, "Oh, it's coming." Like about 3 days later, it actually cleared. So
wow.
$15,000 and 87, that was a lot of money.
Rich, you're coming home this Saturday. It's the Barnyard to Brickyard 150. That's twin 75 for Super Lates. We've got the Legends cars, the regional qualifier for the NX Legends. We've got the Midwest Truck Series. We're in the Orange Blossom 50. And these cards will be handed out at the autograph session at 4:30 with Rich. John Close, who co-wrote the book with Rich, will be at the race on Saturday, he promises. So if you want your book signed, if you haven't had that done yet, you already bought the book and read it twice, come on down to Jefferson Speedway. And Terry, do you have any tickets you want to give us to give away?
Yeah, but I have 3 really tough questions.
Oh, we got to earn these.
Yeah.
Ready.
First question. First person that can tell Sindra, who's sitting in the front row, who won the 1972 Super Late Model Track Championship in 1972 at Jefferson Speedway. Has 2 tickets to Saturday's race.
All right.
Second hard question. You guys are going to hate my questions. There was a gentleman that won a Super Late Model race in 2001. 2001.
I was there.
Yeah?
I announced that race.
Yeah, you did. Can you remember who won it?
No.
Too many beers.
Short-term memory.
Long time ago.
Anyway, anyone that can tell us who won the 2001 Artco race at Jefferson Speedway has got 2 tickets to the race on Saturday.
Don't ask me, I don't remember, but it was really cool because I know it was a big deal to have Super Lates at Jefferson like it will be this Saturday.
And
yeah, one more set. Here we go.
Last question. Who won the ARCA Midwest Tour race in Jefferson Speedway in Memorial Day of 2022?
Ooh, 2022. I have a guess, but I'm not going to give a guess because that means you give me the tickets and I have to give them to somebody else. I want you to earn those. So if you know those answers, come down to the show, see Terry, see Sandra. They'll be happy to say yes or no if you have the right answer. That's kind of cool. We have to make them earn it this night.
Okay.
Terry, thanks.
I have one other question. It's really easy. It's
another set. We have 4 set of tickets. Okay.
Yeah, well, this is the consolation prize.
All right. I might know enough to lie about this one and get it right.
Okay. Well, what is Jim Trado's middle name?
Ooh. Not many people know that. I went to the DMV today. Did you find it on socials?
No.
Okay, I'm not going to tell you then. Good luck on giving those 4 things. We'll just give them to somebody in the crowd after this show.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
I want to give the answers then.
You want to give the answers right now?
If people don't know, they deserve
we
an
have,
answer.
We have till 7:30, Terry. They have till 7:30, and we're going to give the answers away before the show ends. I guarantee you, you'll know those answers because it'll be drive you crazy if you don't know them.
Okay, so I'll not give the answers now.
No.
Okay.
Because then they got to win the tickets.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Got a deal. Terry's hanging out with us. Rich Bickle's hanging out with us. We're hanging out at Polly's Pub and Eatery. How about a big hand for these guys? Terry for taking the time on a busy race week. And Rich, is going to be fun honoring Rich Bickle at the Barnyard to Brickyard 150 night.
I got a handful of these I'll sign.
Yeah.
And one cool story about my dad at Jefferson.
Yes.
He won mid-season championship feature, and he won every feature the rest of the year that year.
In like mid-70s, early 70s?
I can't give you that.
Oh, you got to talk to Rich about the year. We're getting all trivial here. And I don't know any of these answers.
Maybe I give you the answer.
Maybe you have to give him the answer and get one of these signed cards. There are not many of them. He's going to only hand them out on Saturday. We're going to take a commercial break. Back with more. We've got Scotty Gardner Jr. hanging out with us. We've got Jaden Johnson hanging out with us. We're talking to World of Outlaw late model racer who's racing at Wilmot Raceway on Monday night, July 28th. Lots to cover yet on this edition of the Racing Roundup Show. Stay tuned.
Join the racing crowd every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central all season long. Share what you love about short track racing on our Facebook page and on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We'll be right back with more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Get your whole family involved in affordable, competitive kart racing at Millwright Raceway in Dousman, Wisconsin, home of the Badger Kart Club. Walk the pit area, talk to racers, and check out the action from the grandstands. There's a play area for the kids and great food at the concession stand. Spectator admission is free. Badger Kart Club Points Racers and National Touring Series race on the challenging paved road course most Sundays from April through September. Badger Kart Club is well established and well respected. There's 15 classes and over 100 drivers racing every week. From ages 5 to 75, kart racing offers competition for generations of racers of all ages. Bring the kids and check out kart racing for yourself at one of America's finest kart tracks. This is where Alan Kowicki, Danica Patrick, Sam Mayer, and Josh Palicki got their start. Millwright Raceway is just south of I-94 in Dousman, 35 miles west of Milwaukee, and 45 miles east of Madison. For all the latest information, directions, and race schedule, visit BadgerKartClub.com.
Adams Towing offers expert heavy-duty towing services for the entire state of Wisconsin from their Plover headquarters. Since 1961, 3 generations of heavy-duty towing specialists and racing supporters have provided towing, flatbed, and reload service, plus winching and upright, long boom service, truck starting, and cleanup. Adams Towing proudly sponsors Ryan Farrell's Super Late Model team. Put Adams Towing and their experienced team and their fleet of heavy-duty tow trucks and rollbacks to work for you. Call Adams Towing today at 715-344-3836.
427-1000 American Foundation. Cracks and leaks in your basement, have no fears. We've been fixing those things for over 60 years. Trust and dedication, that's American Foundation.
Call American right now for huge savings.
427-1000 American Foundation.
When we decided to get our crack leaky basement done, I am so glad we called American Foundation. It gave us a sense of confidence, and it gave us our basement back.
And it was the right choice.
Thank you very much.
American Foundation Specialist has been fixing basements since 1947. Satisfied customers are the future at American. Call American for huge savings at
427-1000 American Foundation.
Precise Auto and Truck Accessories is your one-stop shop when it comes to adding style and functionality to your vehicles. Owner and late model racer Mike Grunberg has 15 years of experience installing window tinting, cat skin leather, seat heaters, and seat coolers. There's a million accessories available. Ladder racks, trailer hitches, detailing, remote starters, and more. Precise Auto and Truck Accessories in Wisconsin Dells is a WeatherTech Diamond dealer. Bring your vehicle to the trusted guy, Mike Grunberg at Precise Auto and Truck Accessories.
The Racing Roundup Show is dedicated to showcasing grassroots racers and national stars of our sport. If you're a fan of NASCAR, four-wheel, two-wheel, road racing, drag racing, or the short track scene, you are in the right place. Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show.
Welcome back to the program. Glad to have you with us here on a Tuesday night. I'm Jim Trado, hanging out with you at Polly's Pub and Eatery, 81st and Greenfield. Dean Strom is on the way with the Short Track Report, sponsored by our friends at Bonafide Security Solutions. It's a lock. Go to bonafidesafe.com to find out all the things you need to know about your security needs, your safety alarm systems, all that stuff. They have it for you, commercial, residential. They make their own doors for their own security. So if you have a building that's got an odd shape to it, no worries. They can build you a safe inside your home. They can build you a whole room with the equipment they have on site. I took a tour, and, man, it's amazing to know the craftsmanship they have there to make sure your stuff is where you want it and secure the way you need it. Bonafide Security, his website again is bonafidesafe.com. Also want to give a special shout out and thank you to N&S Towing, great family of racers. N&S Towing for all your towing needs. Check them out as well. We have tickets, as I mentioned, to this Saturday night's Jefferson Speedway race, the Barnyard or Brickyard 150. We also have tickets after the show to award to you if you care to go to an upcoming Friday night show at Madison, an upcoming Sunday night race at Angel Park Speedway or Slinger Super Speedway. You're going to pair of tickets to those. And if you know the trivia answers, you better get your tail right here to Polly's for those Jefferson Speedway tickets. They're going quick here from Terry Tucker and his questions we just heard on the show. We also have collectibles from Greenfield Gallery on Facebook, where they're always buying racing collections. Thanks to Diecast Jim, we have some more racing T-shirts, diecast, and some Super Bowl programs. And we got a couple of Rich Bickle cars here to give away. And Scotty Gardner gave us some T-shirts. Let's find out from the man himself about the fun he's having this year. How about a nice racing roundup? Welcome to Scotty Gardner Jr. Scotty, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
2024 Mid-Am Racing Series champ. Got a couple wins this year. Okay, want to talk about that? Fine. But I want to tell you that it's pretty cool that you're here hanging out with us in the middle of a really busy season again for you, and you're doing more than Mid-Am racing this year, aren't you?
Yeah, we just started up our Big 8 deal with Dave Dotter. doing our first late model season this year. We're on our third race. We've only completed one, but we're getting there.
Well, when it comes to late model racing, how different is it for you? Because you're getting really good, obviously, being Rookie of the Year and the champion last year when you ran the whole series. But racing as you have in a Mid-Am style car, what's the biggest difference for you to get into a late model that you mentioned is not the newest car, but it's still way different, I'm guessing?
Yeah, absolutely. We were super fortunate to have a good year last year and all that. And I've talked to like my dad about it and everybody I've talked to about the Mid-Am to the late model comparison, and it's crazy. There's nothing you can compare. You can't hustle the car like you can a Mid-Am car. It's what you got. The setup's so much more important. The maintenance is so much more important, and there's not a lot that's comparable. It's crazy.
So over the last 4 or 5 years, you've raced basically a Mid-Am car, right? Whether it be at Grundy or whether it be in the series, off and on, I'm guessing?
Actually, last year was my first year ever in a Mid-Am car.
Really? What'd you run before that?
We ran street stocks at Grundy for 2 years.
Ah, okay. So that was another jump for you, another change.
Absolutely, yeah. We're trying to do something every year. We're trying to keep climbing the ladder here.
So when it comes to that kind of racing, how much maintenance do you think, compared to what that late model's doing to you, how much maintenance have you done once you got good at racing those cars and knowing that you're racing weekly at Grundy and then all of a sudden the Mid-Am opportunity comes up where you're traveling more and taking that late model on? How about maybe give people some insight about the maintenance you need to do on a Mid-Am car to be fast like you are, and then also the maintenance on a late model that's kind of new to you and your team?
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that is comparable. I mean, if you want to be fast and competitive, it's another full-time job. You go 40 hours at your regular job and then 40 hours back in the shop, and that's just a part of being fast, and every guy that has been lucky enough to have wins and be competitive, they understand that.
This is the 32nd year of the Mid-Am Racing Series, and there's a lot to talk about when it comes to the series. There's dirt racing back on the schedule. Are any road course races on the schedule this year?
Man, I would love to do it. I think I'll be totally humbled if we do it, but I would love to try it.
Yeah, it's got to be fun though. What kind of car do you have? Is it a new car to you? Is it a brand new car you built, and have you been tweaking on it?
It's a 01 Rander car.
01, as in 2001.
Yeah, it's an old car.
Not a Ron Breeze Jr. number. It's an actual 2001 car.
Yep, there's no big budget, big team here.
Okay.
It's an older car that we've done a lot of work to. Messed with a couple things to update, but no, it's an old car that we've been getting after and working on every week. That's just been one consistent, reliable old car.
One thing I've learned over the years, including talking to the Franklin Flyer, Bill Preetzel, who's sitting here with us tonight, and he's a Mid-Am racer still. When it comes to these cars, there are so many things that are basically components you can buy at a salvage yard or have to be stock. And then there's modifications you can make, and that's the magic of mixing that.
Absolutely.
All for cost-prohibitive reasons. I mean, it makes sense that you've got a rule book. It's like, this is what you got.
Absolutely.
Make the most of it.
From what we've raced and what I've learned and what I look around, the Mid-Am's got one of the best rule books out there. It's so old and it's still so competitive. We can go out on any night. You got guys like Bill or Josh Nelms or Cameron Pressler. There's so many guys that can go out there and be competitive every single night. It's a very good rule package. It's just like watching super late racing where you don't know who's going to win because there's so many competitive cars.
There are tracks that have Mid-Am style rules. They might call it a sportsman class. Or they might be a different class in other racetracks. How close are the Grundy rules to what is now the traveling Mid-Am series?
Tim Z, the owner of the Mid-Am series, might laugh at this, but it's actually the same exact rules word for word.
Okay.
Copied from the Mid-Am series because it's such a good package. And they run them weekly, and they get 15 to 20 cars. And it's good racing. I wish them guys would come out and travel a little more. We get solid car counts, and the Mid-Am series is doing amazing. But it would be awesome to see them Grundy guys scavenge around a little bit more and race with us because it's that good of racing.
Scotty Gardner Jr., where are you racing next when it comes to the Mid-Am series?
Mid-Am series next, we'll be at Madison to try to repeat. Hopefully Bill comes back out and we could play again.
Who beat who that day?
I got lucky. Bill gave me a lot of room on the top, and we pulled that one off.
All right. And then when you go back there, what's the date of that race?
I believe that's August 1st.
Okay. All right.
So we'll go back there, but we're gonna bring the Mid-Am and the late model out July 25th. Go to Grundy and shake it down. We have the dirt set up in it.
Good idea.
Got rained out, so now we got to put all the asphalt stuff back, and hopefully it's the same car it was.
Yeah, Mid-Am was going to Kankakee and got rained out. So you're right. There's a lot to change back over.
Absolutely.
As much as we talk about it being stock, there's a lot to change.
It's the worst and best part of the season. It's super cool because you get to go run dirt, and I've only done it 2 times, but it's terrible because you got to pretty solid piece that you've worked on all year, and then you got to go, let's flip everything backwards.
Yep. And when it comes to competitive racing, man, you got some stiff competition. You mentioned some names earlier, and Josh Nelms is also playing in other pools as well when it comes to getting to different tracks. Is there anything you want to add to your late model schedule you don't already have on your calendar?
We might possibly go out to Winchester with the CRA Sportsman. We're going to do whatever we can do, whatever we can afford, and whatever the schedule allows us to do, we're going to go racing.
And you were smiling when you told me earlier that there's a race for the Mid-Am Racing Series at Winchester.
Yeah, it's going to be
coming up this year.
Yep, first time ever with the Mid-Am series. It's going to be cool. There's no expectations, I don't think, for anybody. No one There's a couple guys that have been there prior, but no one's been there in a Mid-Am car. No one's been there on D800s with the Mid-Am car. It's going to be a hell of a show. It might be awesome, might be terrible, but the Mid-Am series is cool to open to new ideas, and it's going to be badass, I think.
Yeah. Where can we find the schedule that you're racing, and where can we find you on socials?
ScottyGardnerRacing.com. You can pull that up, schedules, any updates. Every picture has a link, tell you about the previous week we've done, whatever's going on in the shop, whatever's going on during the race. You could hit up the Mid-Am Racing Series. Our schedule's on there. Instagram, same thing, all ScottyGardnerRacing.com.
So if all things go to plan and the Mid-Am doesn't have any issues and your late model's sitting there going, race me, where are you going to race the late model next?
So Dave Dotter actually owns the car part with Eddie Hoffman. So
okay. Two pretty well-known names in the Chicagoland area.
Absolutely. Two guys I have a lot of respect for that I'm glad they have trust in me. Wherever Dave lets me race, I'm going to go.
Okay.
All right. That's kind of the deal with that. I've been super fortunate. I joke around about it. Yes, it's a 24-year-old race car. And yes, we might only have about $3,000 into it this whole year, putting it back together from the corner of the shop over at Dave's. But we're going to go wherever we can go. I don't care. I want to go racing.
Scotty, who helps you on your race cars?
I got so many people. I got my crew chiefs. I got 3 of them. I got Brendan Zaker, my buddy Zaid, and my Uncle Butch. Of course, my mom and dad help out a boatload. My sisters in the shop help me, my Uncle Dave Gardner. I got so many guys to thank that are awesome, but the sponsors are the ones that get it done. We're a low-budget race team, like I said.
Read them up, baby. We want to know who people are you're supporting. That's part of what we do for our show. We want to make sure your people get recognized because they make it happen for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Moose Lodge, huge sponsor. Dave Gardner helps out with that deal. Dada Race Cars, if it's not money, it's just the time and the stuff I can learn from him that is sponsor enough. Full Bowl Race Engines do our motors. Dom's the man out there. Spurban Terrazzo out of there, Elsip, Illinois. They do Terrazzo flooring. Bob's Auto out in Blue Island. Airline Towing. Damn It Dim It Race Videos records all the Grundy, Plymouth shows. Just all those guys that help out, they're badass. Might not be getting them $15,000, $20,000 sponsors like Rich Bickle, but they help out and we get to go racing.
Well, it all takes a lot of effort, and you have a lot of good people behind you, and it's going to be fun to watch. The season goes on. Last year when you won the championship, did that make you hungry for this year? Did it make you worried this year? Did it make you change anything? Because you accomplished so much last year in just your first year with the series.
Yeah, it wasn't. I didn't feel like we accomplished. I feel like we were fortunate enough to have a good year, and it's any time it comes winter, I don't got nothing to do but go race cars. So I get in the shop and you just keep your head down and you just keep working. It's simple to me. I enjoy, I think, working in the shop more than racing. And it might sound weird to some racers, but I think that's where all of our success has been, is in the shop. So stuff like that's why we keep going back.
Well, we have some T-shirts to give away, which make you honorary crew members, by the way, if you wear those to the racetrack. That's part of the deal.
That is
Got
true.
some cool hats. Thank you for bringing those.
Absolutely.
Are those available on your website as well?
We're getting there. We're working on it.
All right, so you got to see Scotty at the racetrack and
Absolutely.
say, I got my hat, got my shirt, put me to work.
Absolutely. Hit me up Facebook, Instagram, whatever. We got merch. Come on.
I want a big hand for Scotty Gardner Jr. for joining us. Thank you, Scotty. Appreciate your time. Thanks for coming from Dyer, Indiana, to our show at Polly's on a Tuesday night. Really appreciate your time, taking the time out to join us.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Make sure you sign our Bob Trader sign right our backdrop over here. We're celebrating 41 years of the Racing Roundup show. Dean Strom is on the way. Jaden Johnson, rookie and slinger late model point leader, is on our show. We're also talking to Jake Tim, who's currently racing for Rookie of the Year in the World of Outlaw Dirt late models. That's still to come on this edition of the Racing Roundup show. Stay tuned.
Join the racing crowd every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central all season long. Contact us on our website, racingroundupshow.com. We'll be right back with more of the Upper Midwest and Wisconsin racing scene, NASCAR, and the world of motorsports.
The Gravely Mower Series at Olson Outdoor Power is raising the bar on performance with smarter controls, longer run times, and more comfort. Add in layaway and financing from Olson's, and there's no lawn you can't conquer. Buy the best from the best. Gravely at Olson's Outdoor Power, Muskego.
Jiffy Lube has locations across Wisconsin to serve you. Visit jiffylube.com to locate your store and to find the latest coupons and promotional offers. You're greeted by a friendly and knowledgeable staff. Grab a water or coffee and know you and your vehicle are in good hands. Windshield wipers, new tires, and alignments are a few of the many services offered. Jiffy Lube proudly features Pennzoil. There's a whole lot more than no appointment drive-up oil changes at Jiffy Lube. Welcome to personalized car care. Wisconsin race fans, find your store at jiffylube.com.
Organize like the pros with Hefner Racing Products. Take your trailer to the next level. Upgrade your garage, streamline your shop. Whether you're tearing up the track or tackling home projects, Hefner Racing Products has you covered with the best made and widest variety of organizational accessories made right here in Wisconsin. Shop online now at hrpracing.com.
The Gravely Mower Series at Olson Outdoor Power is raising the bar on performance with smarter controls, longer run times, and more comfort. Add in layaway and financing from Olson's, and there's no lawn you can't conquer. Buy the best from the best. Gravely at Olson's Outdoor Power, Muskego.
Check out our website, RacingRoundUpShow.com, to watch show archives, see photos from decades of our program, and links to support our awesome show advertisers. Now let's get back to more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show. We're hanging out with you at Polly's Pub and Eatery. We're back here next Tuesday night as well. We've got some big news from Hefner Racing Products, and Jeff Wessel will join us there. We have other guests we'll tell you more about as our show goes on. Right now we want to thank our friends at BMR Electric Carts for bringing us this portion of the program. They're in Random Lake. They're the Icon e-bike dealer in Wisconsin. Those bikes can go 25 miles per hour and can go 40 miles between charges. And BMRE is now selling gas-powered golf carts as well as electric-powered carts. E-bikes and scooters, your choice of colors, your choice of options. Brad Miller is Wisconsin's only Icon gas and electric cart dealer. Check out the Facebook page, BMRE Electric Carts Company. That's on Facebook. Also want to thank our friends at Midwest Truck Series. They're bringing us this portion of the program as well. The Hill Tavern in Beaver Dam and Widener Automotive support the series all year long. The truckers are racing this Saturday night at Jefferson Speedway, as we talked about, in the Orange Blossom 50 Lapper in honor of Jerry Eckhart. For all the latest news and series info, stay tuned to our show and visit MidwestTruckSeries.com. We now are joined by a gentleman who's sitting to my left who's been as busy as anybody possibly could be. The voice of the Slinger Nationals, the voice of the ASA Midwest Tour race in Cedar Rapids, Iowa on Saturday night, and our friend, contributor, pal of the show, Dean Strom. Dean, welcome back.
Thanks, Jim. Good to be here. I'm going to go have a talk with Terry Tucker.
Oh, boy.
I don't know if you know this or
What?
not, but Jim and I are friends.
Yep.
We travel together. We
Yeah.
do races together. We've shared hotel rooms together. We vacation together.
Sometimes.
He has never told me his middle name.
Well, Terry knows it, but I'm not going to let him say it on the air. How's that?
All right, sounds good.
If he remembered what it was, I told him like a secret, like a little whisper.
I was trying to read your lips. I was trying to read your lips.
It begins with a letter in the alphabet, I'll tell you that.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, there you go. It's time for the Bonafide Security Solutions Short Track Report for cameras and alarm systems for your home or business. Program card access, custom-made security doors, on-call locksmith work, and more. It's a lock. Support the racers at Team Bonafide by calling 262-790-9400 or go online to bonafidesafe.com. Bonafide protects what you value. We want to thank, I guess more you and the rest of the gang, want to thank the folks at Slinger Super Speedway.
Yeah, we had a great Benson Valley Bourbon Roadshow at up there in the Trouble and Turn
the
4.
Monday night.
Monday night. Last week we did it on Monday. It felt like we were back on Mondays and feeling good about it.
Yeah, it was the Benson Valley Bourbon Roadshow presented by Keith's Marine and Oak Creek Automotive.
Thank them
as well. It was the qualifying draw and a lot of fun.
Dean was drinking Miller Lite and he appeared on our show.
Yes.
And he also did the qualifying draw.
And I had some tequila, too.
I didn't hear that.
El
Didn't know
Bandito
that.
Yankee tequila.
Quiet. Can't say that in the air.
Sorry.
That's okay. You just said it.
Derek Thorne poured me a shot that was about that big.
Well, yeah. Two fingers.
Last Tuesday night, then, Ty Majeski picked up $1,000, courtesy of Ken Sport in Appleton and Green Bay for sitting fast time, then started 12th after the invert for the 200-lap Cobblestone Hotel Slinger Nationals. Ty also pocketed the majority of the $22,000+ in bonus money, lap purse money, as he led from lap 67 on. He had a couple of challenges from Austin Nason, but thwarted those each and every time. He now is a 4-time Slinger Nationals winner, joining Rich Bickle with that distinction, Dick Trickle, and Joe Shear. I asked him on the stage, I'm like, let that sink in for a minute, would you? And you could tell he was humbled by it. It was really pretty cool. Really tight, great quality field of cars. They took 16 through time, automatically got to the 200-lapper. There was a tie for 16th.
There's a tie for like
time.
4th, too. Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, Dennis Prunty and Brad Miller, both guys have won the Nationals. They're tied for 16th in time.
For the last car to get in to the Nationals.
Qualifying, 11:075 was fast time.
A 2 missed the show.
11:202 missed the show.
Missed the show.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yep.
Absolutely crazy. The aforementioned Brad Miller, the defending Slinger Nationals champ, he was caught up in a Turn 4 big stack up on lap 48, which also took out Bubba Pollard and defending track champion Alex Prunty. As we said, Austin Nason took a couple shots at him, but came up just a little bit short. Finished second. Andrew Morrissey, Derek Krause, Casey Johnson. The remainder of the top 5 14 cars finished on the lead lap.
It was really good racing.
I thought it was
I don't know the
racing.
last time they had 14 cars finish on lead lap.
It was
it was really competitive. Yeah, Majeski could
From
on his
second
own.
on back.
Yeah, it really was. They weren't far behind him. I know he could probably gap them, but it was really good racing.
Did you hear what he did? What Ty did on the radio over the last few laps?
Tell the people I did.
They
hear
were
it, yes.
cutting Toby Noodleman and crew chief for Ty. They wanted to put in as little fuel as they could. They did not pack it full of fuel. It's with their percentages and everything. They didn't pack it full of fuel. With about 3 to go, Majeski is cruising, and he came over the radio and said, "I'm out of gas, fellas. I'm out of gas." Oh, just kidding.
Yeah.
He scared Toby.
I guess.
Yeah, but I guess you can do that when you're a couple seconds ahead and you're on cruise control. Ryan Gutnick, Oak Creek Automotive, he took second place after a side-by-side battle with Brady Bill.
That was a 40-lap race. I think they were side-by-side for 30 of them.
In the undercard on Tuesday night in the late model division. The guy to my left, who we'll talk to in just a bit, Jaden Johnson, finished third. Small Car Nationals, 139-plus cars in the pits this past Sunday. Mike Rose, we've had him on the show. He won the American Super Cups. Casey Vanderloop of Ken Sports is a Wisconsin Sport Truck winner. Lincoln Johnson over Oliver Weinkauf and the Bandoleros. Dylan Schwambeck and the Legends. Chris Gottschalk and the Bees. And a $1,000 check went to Matthew Elsey Jr. in the Super Bees version. I should say Super Bees versus the National Compact Touring Series. Our coverage of Slinger Super Speedway happenings is brought to you by Ricardo's Pizza, located in downtown Greendale since 1970. Ricardo's is owned by racer Richie Locke and his family. Ricardo's Pizza takes pride in their dough made fresh daily, fresh produce, signature sauce, and the best Wisconsin cheeses. Order the best, ricardosgreendale.com. World of Outlaws, they were at Wilmot Raceway, Larry Hillerud Memorial, packed grandstands, Tyler Cuxhouse, winner of the Wisconsin Wingless Sprints feature over Adam Taylor, and CK Contractors' big boss man, Chris Klemko, who started 12th. And let's see, we had those guys, Tyler and Adam, on the show.
We
Benson
did.
Valley Bourbon Road Show.
At the front gate at Wilmot on a Tuesday night, July 1st.
Yep.
That was fun.
Bill Balog, fast time, won the heat. Buddy Kofoid won the dash, earned pole position for the World of Outlaw feature, went on to take the win. Balog finished 6th. Friday night's racing at Wilmot was weathered out. Did you flip pancakes at
I
the
did
Anderson?
not. Mark Goodman was a part of the car show.
Okay.
I had a family commitment. I could not flip pancakes this year with Steve Anderson from Anderson's Pure Maple Syrup.
Bill Balog was in attendance. So.
Yeah, good pancakes, too.
CK
Really good.
Contractors LLC supports our coverage of Wilmot Raceway and the Wisconsin Wingless Sprint Series. For lock grading, Lake Michigan shoreline restoration, pond building, and more, hire the professionals you can trust. Chris Klemko and the racers at ckcontractorsllc.com. We, Kenosha County Fairgrounds. I'm going to go to this. German Fest. It's an October-style German Fest, Das Fest. You know who's this weekend at the Kenosha County Fairgrounds? You know who's playing? Alex Meixner. If you have never heard AC/DC and Ozzy Osbourne on the accordion, you have not lived.
And he's there.
And he's there Saturday night.
All right.
Yeah, the Kenosha County Fairgrounds. Monday night. This coming Monday night, Wilmot Raceway, World of Outlaws.
July 28th.
July 28th.
So.
Yep. We're going to talk to Jake Tim.
Yeah, tonight we will.
Yep. Chad Butts, tenacious in his pursuit to gain inside position on Jordan Thiel at the front of the Super Late Model feature Thursday night at Wisconsin International Raceway in Kaukauna. Butts finally edged ahead at the white flag by a foot, won by a car length at the finish line. Alex Stump won his third late model feature in the honor of Jim Duco, the Duke. They had twin 15-lap late model features on the quarter mile, with Cage Kachtika the overall winner. Brady Vanderloop survived a challenge from his two brothers to win the Wisconsin Sport Truck feature this Thursday night. White race at WIR.
Yep.
Go racing at 6:30. Results from Wisconsin International Raceway brought to you by Ken Sports in Kaukauna and Green Bay. Ken Sports is Wisconsin's largest power sports dealer. Home of the big names in fun, new and used, two wheels on the road, trail riding, or on the water. KenSports.com and KenSportsGreenBay.com. Parker Jones started 9th. Collected a $1,000 bounty at Angel Park Speedway, his 6th straight Badger Midget feature.
His own bounty. They put a bounty on him and he won it. Yeah.
Todd Cleaver drove from 6th to 2nd. Scotty Neitzel at Angel Park went out, set a new track record in the MSA 360s, and then promptly went out and won the feature as well. This past Saturday night, Larry Deachin's Memorial Race at Dulles Raceway Park, our DRP coverage supported by Diamond Wheels. your destination for stock car, road racing, autocross, dirt track, and off-road beadlock wheels, custom chrome finished wheels, and more. Visit DiamondRacingWheels.com. Emily Billings, she was 4th at the white flag.
What
4th going into corner number 3 on the inside. She took the win in the Bandolero division at Dells Raceway Park. That's pretty cool.
Hers like 4 wide.
4 wide.
Yeah. Crazy.
For the win.
Yeah.
Jason Bredesen scored the Bandits win. Ayrton Brockhouse, the Legends. Deachen's Memorial CWRA Late Model Twin Features captured by Mike Litchfeld and Jacob Gady. Larry DeVito of Camp Douglas won his first NASCAR modified feature with Franklin Flyer, Bill Preetzel, the Diamond Racing Wheels Fast Dash winner.
He's here tonight.
He's in. Well, winners.
Celebrating the Diamond Wheels Fast Dash with his wife. And their 54th wedding anniversary is tomorrow. So happy wedding anniversary to the Preetzels.
Yeah. They know how to live.
It's a big night out.
Yeah. Justin Schmidt, first late model feature in 4 years at the Plymouth Dirt Track. He beat out Brad Miller of BMRE Electric Kart fame in the 30-lapper. Alex Pekorski lap pass for his first career 360 sprint feature win. And Casey Johnson, first trip to Hawkeye Down Speedway.
You were there.
I was there. First trip. I mean, we couldn't believe it. Matt Vadi and I were looking through the record books like this. He's had to have been here before. He had never been there before. Took the win in the ASA Midwest Tour race over Gabe Summers. And Gabe Summers was second. Levon Vandergeest was third. Had to survive. Did Casey a couple of restarts in the final 7 laps. His second win on the season. Again, it happened this past Saturday night. You can watch the full replay at Track TV. Or you can go to Madison International Speedway, not this Friday, but next Friday for the Howie Leto Memorial.
Will you be there for that one?
The ASA Midwest Tour. I will.
Yeah, awesome.
That's the plan.
Yeah,
anyway.
good. Yeah. Track TV coverage. But after you go there in person.
After you go there in person. Madison this past Friday got washed out. This Friday, double features in all division with high schoolers with ID admitted free. And we talked about the Midwest Truck Series being at Jefferson as part of the Barnyard to 150. That's this Saturday night.
Cool. Thanks, Dean.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks.
We're going to make some TV magic.
Sure, let's do that.
This will air on our Saturday morning show on CW18 Milwaukee at 11:30 every Saturday. You can catch a half hour of our show. If you're not in Milwaukee and you want to watch it, you can watch it as it happens on Saturday mornings, 11:30 a.m. Central Time on CW18Milwaukee.com.
You going to catch my good side?
Which side is that, Dean? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Racing Roundup Show. Glad to have you with us here and talking to a young driver on the rise. He currently leads the point standings in the late models at Slinger Super Speedway. Dean Strom is hanging out with me as well. Dean's actually one of the voices at Slinger Super Speedway, and we've seen this young driver advance from legends and to be really good in his super late. Let's welcome in Jaden Johnson. First time on the show. Jaden, welcome.
Hi, nice to be here.
I want to hang out with you with a bunch of folks that you brought with you here to the show. We do our show every Tuesday live and somewhere, and it's great to have you here, especially after me getting a chance to see you finally. I was part of the flow coverage of the Slinger Nationals this past Tuesday, and what I was impressed by is you weren't deterred. Fast qualifier for that race was a 12-car invert. And I'm like, okay, let me see what this kid can do. I was watching you. I was like, okay, I know he's going to be on the show. Yes, I was cheating that way. But I was also saying, can he make passes? It's about getting fast and being consistent in qualifying and getting a chance to go. I thought it was a really impressive run by you to get to third. It took a long time to get there, but you were, as much as we watched the leaders side by side, you had to pick your moments, didn't you?
Yeah, it was hard. Starting 12th after getting fast time is kind of not the best thing in the world, but you got to make ground up quick and get to the front right away. But I knew with them racing side by side, I wasn't going to have a shot for the win, so I was just seeing what I could do in the back.
But when you got there, you saw what they were doing, but also on the way there, you probably used your stuff up maybe a little more than everybody else, just trying to get to that position. Did you guys have a tire limit, or did you have 4 fresh on that car when you got to after qualifying? What was the rule there?
No, we were on 100-lap old tires. It was just a show-up points night for us, so we weren't trying to do anything special. And then I started making moves, and Casey said, go for it.
So as the point leader, I'm guessing you may have tried something different, or did you say, I got to try my tried and true because this is my first year doing this late model stuff at Slinger in 13-second laps?
Yeah, it's hard, but we just stuck to what we were good at and got to the front.
You have a guy in your corner preparing the car, helping to prepare the car, bringing it to the track for you, being on your headset, a guy by the name of Casey Johnson, who is one of the best short track racers here in the upper Midwest. What has he taught you? How important has he been in your progression?
He's been a huge help. He's why we are where we are today. I couldn't do the things in the late model I did without him. He's been a great help.
When it comes to racing and getting this level, Casey Johnson's very smart, very good, and he actually was sidelined by a medical issue that really had him dialing in 3, 4, 5 cars while not driving them. Finished 5th in points in the Midwest Tour with Barrett Pelemus. He also worked with Grant Thompson, who came out of the Mobile, Alabama, to come race. Barrett's out of Texas. There's opportunities for young drivers like yourself to really get dialed in. How'd you choose, Casey, when you said, I want to go late model race? I've done a lot of Legends car stuff. I still do that, but I want to go racing the way I want to do it, and Casey's my guy. How'd that come about?
Well, so I raced Bandos before Legends, and my brother still raced Bandos.
They do okay. They win like every time.
Yeah, everything but this last Saturday.
Yeah, close.
But Kenzie, his kid, was getting into Bandos. She no longer is in it, but she was getting into Bandos, and he came to buy a motor from us. So, and then I had a late model at the time. I was racing a little bit last year. I raced a handful of races last year, and then I asked Casey, what odds you could help me out and get the car close, and he ended up coming over. I mean, me and him worked on the car all winter to get it ready for this season, and we're doing okay.
No, I asked Casey, I said, so how is the kid? Does he ask questions? Is he in there getting... when I asked him this, you were working on the car. So he said he asks a lot of questions. He listens. He wants to learn. He wants to be better. He's wrenching on the car. He's getting his fingers dirty. That, I know, has to go a long way with your progression as a driver.
Yeah, I think most definitely it helps knowing the car to be a better driver. I mean, in the Legend stuff, I'm getting taught by my crew chief, Landon Rapp. He's taught me everything I know about the Legend car, and I think that just makes me a better driver. So I'm trying to do the same in the late model.
And think of this, Slinger Speedway's season began end of April, took a few weeks off, then really kind of started in May on a weekly basis. You're not there every week, but you have how many races in already this year, and what kind of divisions have you raced already?
I have probably somewhere between 20 and 30 races in the Legend car, and I don't know how many in the late model, but good handful.
That sounds like you got a head start in a way to get back in conditioning and the mindset, but that's got to be way different. If you've ever seen a Legends car, a Bandolero car, they're a smaller scale, they're pretty restricted, the tires aren't the greatest, and now you're racing a late model against guys that have been doing it for 20 years. And you're leading the points and you won a feature already this year.
At a racetrack where they've been racing for.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the Legend cars are by far the hardest car you'll ever drive.
Okay.
They are the most challenging car with the size and the power and tires and everything. They're the hardest car I will ever drive.
So it was easier to get in a late model with wider tires, a good setup by Casey, getting comfortable?
When you have a late model, right, like Casey has my car, it's a little bit easier. It's like driving a Cadillac.
Aha. Well, actually, there was no marks on that Cadillac on
He's
Sunday,
not old enough to know what a
Tuesday.
Cadillac is, Jim.
He's heard about it, read about it. Had a thought, maybe got to ride one once. But Jaden, when it comes to racing and the adaptation to this, Slinger Speedway was scanned in iRacing when the SRX came. Have you used that as a tool at all to get on sim racing, to get kind of acclimated to a bigger car and maybe have some tendencies, whether it be the car when you carry it in the corner, to maybe lay over to say, okay, that's what I did on the sim, now this is going to apply to this big, heavy late model that goes way too fast?
Yeah, no, this sim aspect of this is actually very, very, very similar to real life aspect. So it was a huge help in me getting ready for this season and just preparing to be the best driver I can.
Do you plan on racing Slinger for points and anywhere else this year?
I'm sticking to Slinger as it's my first year. We were going to run Big 8 for points, but then got in some wrecks that kind of ended that. But we are trying to just focus on Slinger for the rest of this year and see what the future brings for us.
And now we heard Casey's name as a winner Saturday at Cedar Rapids, Iowa. We know Casey's racing, and he has other drivers he helps. How has he helped you, and how has he helped you when he's not been able to make it to the racetrack for you?
He's always at the racetrack. When I'm there, I won't go to the track without him. I don't know enough yet to be without him. So.
And when it comes to Casey Johnson, we talked about the smarts, but it comes down to people around you. Who do you have around you that you can help kind of build this together? You brought some folks with you tonight. You mentioned your Legends car crew chief. There's got to be some people that are kind of helping you through this process, right? Who are they?
Yeah, no, so my Legend car crew chief, he's coached me to be the better driver I can be. I mean, he's only helped me, and brought him and my mom and my family friends along. They all support me.
How about sponsors? Who you got helping you with that?
I got my sponsors, Johnson Sons Paving, State Contractors, and Joan Dairy Farms.
Cool. and you're making more of the calls yourself. You're trying to get that figured out. You got that dialed in. You got people to talk to and people to talk about. Where can we find you on socials, Jaden?
Jaden Johnson 8 on Instagram and Johnson Sons Racing on Facebook.
Sounds good. Sounds really good. Glad to spend some time with you. Continued success as the point leader going for Rookie of the Year and winning a championship. That's a lot at Slinger Super Speedway. We wish you the best.
Thank you.
How about a big hand for Jaden Johnson joining us here on the show, and for our own Dean Strom. Thank you for being part of our program. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, a lot more to come on this edition of the Racing Roundup Show. Stay tuned.
Thanks for tuning in to the Racing Roundup Show. Check out our website, racingroundupshow.com, and like our show on Facebook. Join us on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We're coming right back after these messages from our awesome show sponsors.
Adams Towing offers expert heavy-duty towing services for the entire state of Wisconsin from their Plover headquarters. Since 1961, 3 generations of heavy-duty towing specialists and racing supporters have provided towing, flatbed, and reload service, plus winching and upright, long boom service, truck starting, and cleanup. Adams Towing proudly sponsors Ryan Farrell's Super Late Model team. Put Adams Towing and their experienced team and their fleet of heavy-duty tow trucks and rollbacks to work for you. Call Adams Towing today at 715-344-3836.
Danny Lynch's at the corner of Highway 100 and Lincoln is a great place to watch NASCAR races, Packer games, Brewer games, and to meet up with your friends. Joey and Jim Lynch pride themselves on their friendly hospitality and welcome Racing Roundup listeners to stop in to watch all the races on their 14 TVs and flat screens. Danny Lynch's at the corner of Highway 100 and Lincoln has been a longtime supporter of racers, including National Road Racing Motorcycle Champion Dan Belansky. Relax around the big neighborhood bar with 2 pool tables and dartboards surrounded by TVs. Whether you're meeting up before the game, want to watch the races with race fans, or just want to grab a cold one, head to Danny Lynch's at the corner of Highway 100 Lincoln and West Dallas.
427-1000 American Foundation.
When your foundation is in need of repair, you need 3 things: an honest opinion, quality work, and fair prices. Call American.
Trust and dedication. That's American Foundation.
Call American right now for huge savings.
427-1000 American Foundation.
Bobby Gutnick and the technicians at Oak Creek Automotive on South 27th Street in Drexel are experts in automotive repair. For 35 years and counting, the Napa Certified Car Care Center at Oak Creek Automotive handles emission testing, tires, and complete auto, truck, and SUV repair. From oil changes to transmission replacement, 414-761-3250 to schedule your free inspection appointment. For all your vehicle repair needs, head to South 27th in Drexel to the experts at Oak Creek Automotive.
Hey there, this is Leon from LD's Barbecue, open Wednesday through Sunday in East Troy. Not only do we serve your favorites every day, but we also provide catering for graduations, weddings, office parties, and more. Stop in and try our award-winning food, sauces, and rubs. Check us out on Facebook for daily specials, LD's Barbecue in East Troy. Remember, we'll smoke your butt.
Like our show on Facebook and share our content with other race fans. We hope to see you at one of our upcoming shows too. Join racers, other race fans, and win prizes. Now let's get back to more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Welcome back to our program. Special hello to our friend Mike Davis. Mike's in Florida now, but not anymore. He popped in tonight, and he and his wife Sue are joining us, so good to see you guys here. Great to see the Troy Hefner's over here hanging out with Jeff Wessel. Good to see you guys here at the program. Thanks for being part of the program. Pat Haney's holding court over here with the Krieger brothers and everybody else hanging out at this table. And Dean Burt for Slinger all the way to here. Thank you guys for coming. A lot of great friends and smiling faces here on a Tuesday night as we're back here at Polly's Pub and Eatery. Hey, it's time to remind you to set your DVRs and watch our TV show every Saturday morning at 11:30 on CW18 Milwaukee. You can also watch it online at CW18Milwaukee.com at 11:30 on Saturdays. It's Milwaukee's only motorsports TV show. Portions of our program go on that program every Tuesday. Our Tuesday shows to Saturday, hoping that more people in the grandstands and helping support local racing around the state of Wisconsin. So I encourage you to join us on Saturdays and support those who support our program. I'd like to thank a few of our sponsors right now for doing just that, as well as getting involved with our program all of 2025. Danny Lynch's Bar at Lincoln Avenue and Highway 100 in West Dallas. Jeffy Lou with 14 locations in Wisconsin. HRP, Hefner Racing Products. LD's Barbecue in East Troy. Benson Valley Bourbon, and we want to thank you for being part of our program. Our schedule for our upcoming shows is at racingroundupshow.com. It's on the schedule page of our website. Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show. Glad to have you with us here on this program. We have a driver that's going to be racing on Monday night, July 28th. It's at Wilmot Raceway in the Kenosha County Fairgrounds. The World of Outlaw late models are coming. And from Winona, Minnesota to our show, let's welcome in Rookie of the Year contender, Jake Tim. Jake, welcome to the Racing Roundup Show.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We're fired up to have you. And I'm really excited to know that the World of Outlaw late models are coming to Wilmot. And with all the things you have going on, taking time with us on a Tuesday, thank you. We appreciate you being part of our program. When it comes to getting prepared for racing the World of Outlaw late models, how big of a challenge is it being your first full season in late models, much less racing with the World of Outlaws?
It's definitely a challenge. I'd say we're one of the smaller teams on the tour. It's just me and my one crew guy, Spencer, for the most part. We got some volunteer help, but yeah, for the most part, it's just us getting ready every week, and we're obviously learning too, changing classes, and competing at this level is a first for both of us. So yeah, it's definitely a challenge. We learn stuff every single day. Fortunately, we got a lot of good help in our corner, so it's gone somewhat smoothly. But yeah, just very grateful and happy to be here.
Jake is our Anderson's Maple Syrup Spotlight Driver of the Week this week. Anderson sponsors the World of Outlaws sprint car driver, and Bill Baylog, who's based in Wisconsin. You being in Winona, Minnesota, I read some things about you. I know a few things about you, not a lot. But, man, Jake, it's a big challenge for you. How big of a deal was that, getting to a national level in the U.S. MTS Modifieds and saying, if we do this right, we can go with the late model racing? How much of a challenge is that? How much stuff did you have to bring on? We talked to Bill on our show, Bill Baylog, but when it comes to making that change and making that adjustment to get loaded up for the year, and you going from modifieds to the super lates on dirt, how big of a deal is that? How much stuff do you have to have for your team?
I mean, it's a lot. It's a huge investment, and it was a big risk to make the jump this year, I'd say. You're leaving behind. We had a pretty good program in the modified world. We ran really good, and it was I like to say sustainable and a good career path. But it was the late models. That's just where I've wanted to end up, I guess, my whole life. That's been my goal and my dream. And I'm 28 years old, so I was like, well, I ain't getting any younger. If there's a time to try it, it's now. So, I took a chance, took a risk, and we kind of unloaded some modified equipment and spent everything we could on late model equipment. I would say we still could use, like last weekend, for example, we only had one motor and one car with us because we're down motors and don't have any spares with us. So we are still trying to build it up and add more engines are probably the biggest thing, but spare parts, all that stuff adds up, and I would say we're in the process of building it up while we're doing it. So it's definitely a big challenge.
Jake drives the number 49 Gorilla Mill late model, the World of Outlaw late models. And last weekend you had two nights, thank goodness, at the same track. I'm guessing that might have helped. Sharon Speedway, the Blaney family track in Ohio. Did it help you running two races on the same track both nights, Friday and Saturday, whereas you might have gone hours and hours to a bigger track and might have hurt the motor or something crazy like that happening? Did that help you at all running the same track both nights?
In most cases, yeah, it definitely does. But there we got so much rain on Saturday that it was a completely different racetrack than Friday night. So there was really no. Obviously, like your gear and the basic stuff is all the same, but the track race so different from one night to the other. I wouldn't say it really helps much, but in most cases, yeah, it definitely does when you're at one track for 2 or 3 days versus one day. So, and then us especially, pretty much, I'd say probably 75% of the tracks on the schedule are new to us. So, yeah, it's a big learning season for us, and we're just trying to make it through it and learn as much as we can, and just retain as much as we can and continue to get better.
And how much does it help you knowing that you have Cedar Lake Speedway coming up on the schedule? Your home track is Mississippi Thunder Speedway. There's opportunities to get closer to home, and Wilmot Raceway is not too far from home. It's on a Monday night, July 28th. I don't know how many Monday night shows you guys have, but it's a stretch. You guys are used to it, right? It'll be a one-day show for you guys.
Yeah, it don't even matter what day it is anymore for us. It's either race day or it ain't race day. And if it ain't race day, we're getting ready for race day.
You have to look. I have to put the date on my watch. What date is it? What day of the week is it? I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
I can't imagine your schedule.
You just lose track.
Hey, when it comes to keeping things on schedule, I got a little glimpse on some of the socials I saw in preparation for this chat with you. Your wife's involved, and your parents are really involved. That's got to be kind of cool, knowing that you're going racing with your dad, who raced modified. Still, he said, if you beat me, kid, we're going to go racing something else, and that was USMTS, a couple years ago. So it's kind of cool you have that behind. How important is your family in this whole deal?
Oh, huge. I mean, I obviously never would have got a start in racing without them. I mean, they, it was in my blood from day one. I was born and raised into it, and obviously that would not have happened without them. And they've, they could probably be retired by now, honestly, if I didn't want to race. They've invested a lot in it, and on top of that, countless hours of work and energy, whether it's dad helping us in the shop or mom cleaning the hauler and making food for us before we go on the road, and helping with shirts, whatever it may be. They really do everything they can for me, and I'm super grateful for them. And my wife Emma, she's incredible as well. She's really, the last couple of years, really stepped up the merchandise side of things, and she does a lot on social media as well. And I think a lot of people don't realize how much work that is for a team. It's so important to have a good social media following and have the merchandise side of things for your fans. And
somebody into wearing a gorilla suit on occasion, right? That's part of your deal? Sometimes there's a gorilla suit being worn by somebody with a big old gold chain around the neck.
Oh, yeah, that's Jeff. Yeah, I'm super grateful for him, too. I mean, him and Dad grew up racing together. They actually bought their first modifieds together. They went and said, let's go buy some modifieds, and got them and went racing. And, he recently retired, so now he just loves the sport, and, he knows us, and we've been family friends for a long time, so now he's coming on the road and helping out, and he loves that gorilla costume, and he plays it really well too.
Gorilla Mill, I understand, does a lot of work for CNC parts and building machinery for CNC machines to work in various applications. When it comes to the merchandise, it's cool to have the Gorilla Mill and the big gorilla on the hood and the rear quarter panel, but how important is the merchandise for you and your small family operation? That's a big deal, isn't it, to help sell T-shirts and help get attention and keep it on the road and buying right rear tires, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a crucial a part of any race team at this level. I mean, the fans are really some of your biggest supporters in a way. When they buy a T-shirt, it helps you. And I feel, like I said, I feel super grateful. We have a ton of fans for being a rookie and being new to it. We have a ton of people that support us. And the gorilla definitely helps because it makes everything cool and it adds a special touch. But yeah, I'm grateful for Gorilla Mill as well, because those guys really, without them, I wouldn't be here for sure. They really stepped up in a big way to make this possible and kind of change the trajectory of my career and help us achieve new heights. And it's really an awesome company to represent. I mean, their products are awesome. They're top of the line, and just everybody involved with it they're just great people. So, like I said, just super grateful to be here and grateful for everybody that's helped me get here.
Jake, Tim, we're grateful for your time. We wish you well. We'll see you on Monday night, July 28th. Buy some of those shirts off his wife, Emma, in the merch row. By all means, look for the big gorilla. Jake, Tim, thanks again for your time. Appreciate it very much.
Appreciate it.
Jake Tim joining us on the Racing Roundup Show. We'll be right back with more on this edition of the Racing Roundup Show. Stay tuned.
Join the racing crowd every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central all season long. Share what you love about short track racing on our Facebook page and on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We'll be right back with more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Greenfield Gallery wants to buy your racing collection. Do you have die-cast cars from IndyCar, Sprint Car, or short tracks? Greenfield Gallery wants them. If you have old racing programs, racing photos, and negatives, Greenfield Gallery wants those too. Contact Ralph Hibbert Jr. at Greenfield Gallery, who wants to buy your racing collection. Ralph also has an ever-changing eBay store full of racing collectibles. Search Greenfield Gallery. Email Ralph right now to get connected. His email address is ralph@greenfieldgallery.net.
For your next purge or project, go with the pros. Source Services. Champion driver and Wisconsin Short Track Hall of Famer Dan Source founded Source Services in 1988 with one truck, one employee, and a tireless work ethic. Through the dedicated work of Dan and his employees, Source Services LLC is Southeastern Wisconsin's leading waste container rental company. Dropped and picked up by professionals, you can rent a dumpster for up to 60 days. Source Services sorts and recycles to reduce the amount of waste going into landfills. Go with the pros at sourceservices.com.
Eliminate the hassles of planning a trip to the races. Hook up with Boring Bob's escorted NASCAR racing tours. Boring Bob offers transportation, lodging, race tickets, nightlife, shuttle service, and more. Boring Bob knows all the back roads into and out of the racetrack to get you in and out fast. Pick one or pick them all. Go in style to Daytona, Bristol, Phoenix, Las Vegas, and more. He has decades of experience and industry contacts galore. You name the race, let Boring Bob do the rest. Call Boring Bob today to make plans now to go on one of Boring Bob's famous escorted NASCAR racing tours. Boring Bob's always at 414-321-1307. That's 414-321-1307.
The Racing Roundup Show is dedicated to showcasing grassroots racers and national stars of our sport. If you're a fan of NASCAR, four-wheel, two-wheel, road racing, drag racing, or the short track scene, you are in the right place. Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show.
Finding out more about these trivia questions from Jefferson Speedway, we'll give it to the end of the show. We will give you the end of the show. If you have those answers, we talked about Terry Tucker earlier. The tickets are yours if you know the answer to the questions. Who was the 1972 track champ at Jefferson Speedway? Who won the ARCA Midwest Tour race in 2022 at Jefferson? The race was actually June of 1991. He actually was the youngest driver ever to win an ARCA Super Late Model race at Jefferson. Who's that answer to that trivia question? You know those answers? You got to the end of the show. Come on down to Polly's or look it up on your socials, and you can win tickets to Jefferson Speedway for this Saturday's Barnyard to Brickyard 150 Super Late Model race, and the Midwest Truck Series will be there racing the Orange Blossom 50. Looking forward to seeing you there if you have a chance to make it out there. It'd be a great time, a great fun. Gates open in the afternoon, qualifying at 4, racing at 7. Rich Bickle signing autographs at 7:30 p.m. 4:30 p.m. sharp on that one. Want to thank our friends at Schlafer Auto Body and Sales in Landon for your next auto body repair of your daily driver or fleet of work trucks. Find them in Landon. Find them online on Facebook. Search Schlafer Auto Body. They've been around since 1974. 4 generations of racers getting it done the right way. They work with all insurance companies. Again, Schlafer Auto Body in Landon is the place to go for a used vehicle or any body work on your light truck, fleet of trucks, or your personal vehicle. It's time for the Interstate Batteries of Southeast Wisconsin NASCAR report. Interstate batteries are outrageously dependable and are the #1 replacement battery in North America. Interstate is a founding sponsor of Joe Gibbs Racing. Visit interstatebatteries.com to find a battery for every need at a dealer near you. Connor Zilich and Shane Van Gisbergen are the best NASCAR road racers, and they proved it again this last weekend at Sonoma Raceway. Zilich held off SVG in a thrilling 2-car battle for the victory in the Xfinity Series race on Saturday on the rolling hills of Sonoma, California. And SVG was in another league on Sunday when he won his 3rd Cup Series race, all on road courses this year, over past show guest Chase Briscoe. In my first-hand view of the Chicago Street Race, I'm sure there were others that said the same. I heard some drivers, including Ryan Blaney, say no one can do a better car control under braking, cornering, acceleration. SVG's got it. He's not usually routing and gouging. He's racing clean and earning passing position and major respect in his first full Cup season. Minnesotan William Swalich won the ARCA West race at Sonoma and raced the 3rd behind Stilich and SVG in the Xfinity Series race at Sonoma on Saturday. Slinger resident Josh Blicky finished a respectable 14th. Franklin's Sam Mayer won the first stage and finished 17th, and Rhinelander's Parker Rutzloff finished 28th in the Xfinity Series race on the lead lap. I'll be heading to Dover this weekend to work with the ARCA on FS1 production team for Friday's ARCA Menard Series race. Jake Finch is doing double duty. That's James Finch's son. He's racing both the ARCA race and making his debut in the Hendrick number 17 Xfinity car on Saturday. Looking forward to seeing that. Also, we want to congratulate Camden Murphy, recent guest on our show. Camden Murphy from Itasca, Illinois. He's making his ARCA debut in the Aventurini Motorsports Nitro Motorsports number 70. That's a car that's won a couple times already this year with Trayton Lapsevich and Thomas Annunziata. Finch will also try to back up his ARCA win from a couple years ago. They're all racing at Dover on the high banks of the Monster Mile, and I'll be there this weekend. We'll have all the results for you. The times of the races: Sunday's Cup race starts at 1 o'clock Central Time on TNT. Xfinity Series race on CW18 Milwaukee and the CW Network starts at 3:30 Central Time on Saturday. This Saturday, check our TV show as well on CW18 at 11:30 a.m., supported by the Midwest Truck Series, Oak Creek Automotive, NNS Towing, LD's Barbecue, HRP, Hefner Racing Products, Bonafide Security Solutions, and American Foundation Specialists. I want to thank our friend Bill Holland for contributing all year long. Bill is going to join us next week on our program. Looking forward to his full report, and we'll also see a portion of Bill's coverage of the Slinger Nationals on this Saturday's TV show on CW18 Milwaukee. So looking forward to Bill and have his car in tip-top shape and the tire flat he got on the way here all fixed and ready to go to a short track near you. Next Tuesday, we got a great show for you as well. We're back here at Paulie's Pub and Eatery, leading on with some big news from Jeff Wessel and Hefner Racing Products. We'll have Bobby Pierce, the World of Outlaw late model point leader, Legends car racer Robin Mackenzie Mall. We'll also learn more about the Midwest Legends Dirt Series with Zach Krieger, and we'll visit with Wisconsin Area Volkswagen Club. Yeah, that's on next Tuesday's show. Until next Tuesday, set your DVRs, support your local racing, and have at it, racers. Thanks for all of our guests in the crowd for coming tonight. We'll see you next year. Next week, not next year, next Tuesday, right here at Paulie's Pub and Eatery. Have at it, racers.
We hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Remember to tell your friends and watch our 30-minute TV show on Milwaukee's CW18 this Saturday morning at 11:30. Like our show on Facebook, follow and interact with us on X and Instagram at Racing Roundup. Join the racing crowd at our live show and win prizes. For our latest show schedule and to watch all of our shows on demand, visit our website, RacingRoundupShow.com. We are delivering fresh content every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central. Until next time, race fans, on behalf of our entire crew, this is Dean Strom reminding you to support your local racetracks, set your DVRs, have at it, racers.